What's up, everybody? It is Making Moves with Michael. Oh my goodness, I am in pain. Yes. Why do I talk so fast? Because I know you're going to scroll. All right. So, for all of you who stopped scrolling, I will slow it down. I'll slow it down right now. What's up? Look, I want to talk about embracing the suck. I know that's not what I posted. I said embracing pain. But during my bike ride on Sunday, the only thing I could think about was embracing the suck. I forgot where I heard that. It's probably some motivational speaker that I've listened to in the past, but it's definitely been something that's been said in the personal development world of embrace the suck. All right, this is what happened. About 3 weeks ago, I want to say 2 weeks ago, really. No, this is week three. 3 weeks ago, I was on a 60-mile ride and I felt a really bad pain in my knee about 20 miles in, but I continued, pushed through, and got my 60 miles done and was in a lot of pain. And so, through the medical advice of my friend, big shout out to Fred over at LaGrange Physical Therapy, and another friend who is a personal trainer, Jamie Dreyer, both of them gave me the advice of just give it some time to heal for a little while. So I took 2 weeks off. I didn't ride my bike for 2 weeks. I didn't exercise my legs for 2 weeks. And then I went back. I went to physical therapy during all of that. I met with Jamie during all of that, worked on different things during all of that, which, by the way, check out Jamie's YouTube channel. It's Jamie S. Dreyer on YouTube. You'll find him there. He's got a bunch of really great tips there. I went back and I was like, all right, tomorrow I'm going to ride. And I did 10 miles out, felt really great, was feeling really great. And then on my way back, felt a sharp pain going up my knee, really bad, sharp pain. Now, for those of you who don't know, I am preparing for a 100-mile ride at the end of this month. On May 31st, I'm doing a fundraiser for Forgotten Children of Haiti. It's called Pedal for Purpose. So join pedalforpurpose.com. We're looking to raise $30,000 for the children in Haiti. There it is right behind me, over that side there. And actually, that's Father Rick Frechette, who we're helping support in Haiti. So I'm going to be riding 100 miles. So I need to train for this. And I get this sharp pain only 12 miles into my ride, to the point where I actually screamed out in pain. So the rest of the ride really sucked. And that's all I could say to myself is embrace the suck. Well, what does embrace the suck mean? I'm going to talk about that in a moment, but let me just kind of finish the story up and then take from it what I learned. So I finally get back to the entrance way of the walkway. It was there and back. I went out about 10 miles and I came back 10 miles. And I probably had some sort of brain fog happening. My brain wasn't working right. Something wasn't working right. So I decided to drink water while riding, while exiting the park. And of course, there was a planter in front of me or the street where cars were coming. So I crashed into the planter. So to add insult to injury, my knee was hurting already. And of course, which knee do you think ended up hitting the planter? Yes, it was my right knee, the same knee that hurts. So I messed up my bike. I messed up the wheel. It's all misaligned. My fork was completely scraped off. This is a brand new bike that I bought for this ride. Completely scraped off. I honestly don't care about the paint and all that stuff. I just care that the bike works properly. And then I banged up my knee. So now I'm completely distraught. Distraught? I'm completely distraught and get home and limping, just really feeling bad about everything. But more importantly, feeling bad about this ride. Feeling like, am I going to be able to do 100 miles? It's 105 miles, actually. Am I going to be able to do it? I don't know the answer right now as I go live with you right now. I don't know the answer. And I may not know the answer until the 31st. But what I do know is that I can learn something from this. And that's what I want to share with you is in this situation that I'm in, I have this huge goal of riding 100 miles. I've never done it before. I did all of the things, and let's relate this to business and entrepreneurship. You have this huge goal to open this business. You do all of the things. You get a coach, you get everything. And then failure happens and things crash and things fail. What do you do? And how do you handle it? I want to use my injury. I want to go back to my injury right now and just talk about my team for a moment. I have a team of people who have been helping me with my injury from the mental side of Merit and Gemma. on helping me through the mental stuff that I've been working through in order to get to where I am today. And then on the physical side of my friend, like I said, Fred, who's a physical therapist and owns LaGrange Physical Therapy, of getting me in and working on my knee, to the muscle side, the muscular and stretching side of my friend Jamie Dreyer, who's a personal trainer and has taken measurements of my body to see where the misalignment comes from, to understand, to get a better understanding as to what's caused this injury for me. That's what he does. He specializes on people like myself, on athletes like myself who push themselves to the brink of destruction, who push themselves to the point where things break. And he goes back and tries to identify why. Why is it my right side that's bothering me? Well, there's a bad injury here on my right side. And his hypothesis is that that has led to all the way down to my toes. So this is really great. I have this awesome team. And so I want to bring this back now to the entrepreneur journey. Is that one of the things that we need to understand is the first part is embrace the suck. So the first part is like through that ride of getting back, you got to embrace the suck. You got to understand that big goals, anything you set that's big, anything worth fighting for is going to have challenges inside of it. Anything you do that is worth it. Anything you do that's stretching beyond the limitations that you're used to, that's stretching beyond the limitations that most of the people around you are used to, are going to come with challenges. They're going to come with challenges. So on the business side, there are challenges that work within a hard drive or the internet. They could be interpersonal challenges of employees and team members. And on the challenges of riding 100 miles or a marathon or doing an Ironman or a triathlon or something of that nature, the challenges are your body can break down. Your body can and more than likely will break down. David Goggins, who's famously known for several of his books and being a motivational speaker, talks about on one of his ultra runs, which is a 100-mile race. He what's it called? Broke his Achilles, popped his Achilles. I don't know what it's called, but he broke his Achilles and finished the race with it busted. He busted his Achilles. I don't know. I don't know. It's something like that. So anything we do, even as trained as we are, even as high level as we are, is going to come with challenges. So you have to embrace the suck. Or better said on LinkedIn, embrace the pain. Okay. So that's the first part. Then let's get to the team. So I look at, I remember I was in Jamie's big personal training studio, really nice studio. And he's walking me through, he's taking measurements, he's stretching me out, he's showing me different moves. And I was quiet. I was just listening to him and I'm looking around and I'm just thinking, one, I was so grateful. So think about the gratitude. I was so grateful. I was like, wait a second. Look at how lucky I am. I have a team around me. We When we're in the moment, we don't see it that way, right? When we're in the moment, we don't see it that way. But when we look at others, when we look at LeBron James, when we look at David Goggins, when we look at all these other celebrities or these people at a high level, at the pro level, we say they have a team. We look at their team. They give credit to their team. When we're at my level or your level watching this, we don't think about our team. We don't think about the people that are around us and supporting us and helping us as our team. For some reason in that moment, I actually felt like I had a team. In that moment, I was like, "Oh, wow, I have a team. I have Fred. I have Merritt. I have Jamie. I have my wife, Devin. I have the support of my family, my parents, Nancy and Leonard, my sister calling me up, asking me, hey, when are you going to get to Battery Park? I want to get food and supplies going for you." I have a team around me of people who are supporting this ride. Katie writing all the posts and encouraging me. The bike depot, the people over there tuning my bike and letting me know, by the way, I reached out to them, letting me know, yeah, we can get your bike in on Wednesday and get it all fixed up so you can get on your ride. I have a team of people around me who are dedicated to my success. I'm taking a moment right now because I think that's the first time I verbalized all those names, and there's probably a few more that I'm leaving out right now, but that's tremendous. So, how does it relate to your journey in entrepreneurship and the challenges? Is you got to get a team around you because I can't do it alone. You see, I get injured, right? And if I don't have anybody to call for recovery, well, then I feel all alone. I internalize. And what happens when we internalize is we shut down. If I'm going through stress and struggle on this ride and I don't have somebody to verbalize it with, to talk with, like Merit, then I internalize it and I shut down. If I don't have the physical therapy of Fred and I don't have the muscles and the stretching from Jamie, and I don't have Devin and her support and her empathy for me when I crashed my bike and feeling bad for me, and by the way, the girls too, then I internalize it and I feel bad for myself. And when we internalize all of this stuff and we feel bad for ourselves, guess what happens? It's called depression. You get depressed, you beat yourself up, and it gets harder to get out of bed, and it gets harder to go after that goal. It gets harder to go after your dream because your dream now seems so far away and there's nobody showing you a path. There's nobody pushing you along or helping you out. And trust me, you need it. And you know how I know you need it? It's not science. Forget about science. Forget about woo-woo stuff. This is how I guarantee, I promise you, I know you need it. Watch any sporting event. Watch any sporting event. They have spectators there for a reason. Yes, it's to make money. But before it was to make money, they are there to motivate, to incentivize their team to win. And the team needs it. And they'll tell you that because during COVID, when arenas were shut down and everything was quiet, the players struggled. The players struggled so much so that the NFL, certain teams in the NFL understood this from a psychological level, and they started putting crowd noise in through the speakers in order to help motivate the players on the field. So we know that we need motivators around us. We know this from a psychological, from a total scientific standpoint, but just from a super simple standpoint, everyone, think about when you're out there rooting for your team. You're going, let's go, let's go. You're hoping you're going to motivate them and drive them if they can hear you. And by the way, you are. By you cheering for them, you are motivating and inciting them as long as you're doing it positively. And so, in the same sense of entrepreneurship, you need that team around you. You need that team around you, and you need to start developing that team way before the injury, way before the crisis, way before things go south. You have to start developing those relationships with the people that you know are going to be able to be there for you when you need them most. So relationships are a big part of this. So embrace the suck, embrace the pain, right? Embrace the suck and get your team around you. That's going to help you overcome these challenges. The next part is super simple. It's just take action on the work. So now you have these experts around you in your business. Relate everything I'm going to share with you about my injury to your business. So experts around you in your business who are going to help you, who are going to help navigate through the problems and all the other stuff. And for me, it's my physical therapist. It's Jamie, my PT. It's Merit, my my executive coach. That's what she is. She's not my therapist. She's my executive coach, which is also what I do, by the way, executive coaching. We all need one. So I have these people around me. They're giving me, I don't want to call it advice, but they're giving me information. They're giving me information in order to help me, in order to benefit me, in order to boost me to go forward. They're giving me information. Now I have to take action on it. I have to put it to use. I have to go work the program. I have to do the things that they're asking me to do. That's how I'm going to go forward. And also, that's how I'm going to secure their trust in order to give me the information, right? Yeah, it's paid for and all this other stuff. But the point is that even if you're paying someone, if they're not, if you're not putting the action and putting the work into action, they're going to start getting discouraged about working with you. You have to put it into action. So today I took Jamie's whole 2-hour program that I ended up getting involved in. I put into action. I had conversations with Devin about this of my workouts are going to be a little bit longer. I'm going to have to do some stretching here. My friend spent a lot of time with me in order to get me right. And I owe it to him. I owe it to myself, number one. You always owe it to yourself, number one. But you also owe it to the person who's giving you the information to put it into action. So if you can't hold yourself accountable for yourself, at least hold yourself accountable for your team, that your team is there supporting you. And if you want to keep that support, you got to do the work. You got to do the actions that they're asking you to do. Now, if they don't align with your values, that's a whole different conversation. These ones align with my values because they're relationships that I formed way before the injury. Way before the injury. I practice what I preach. So these are relationships that I formed way before the injury. And I trust them and they trust me and our values align. And I know they have my best interest in mind. And so I'm taking action on the work. I'm taking action on all of this. If you are struggling in your business, if you are struggling on reaching a goal, whatever the goal is, whether it's weight loss, your business goals, whatever the goal is, recognize these ideas that I just shared with you of embracing that it's going to be hard. If you want to lose weight, it's going to be hard. If you want to start a business, it's going to be hard. If you're starting a new job, it's going to be hard. If you're getting into a new relationship, it is going to be hard. So no matter what you're doing, just recognize that it's going to be hard. Get your team around you. Your team could be your friends, your family, new people. Get people around you who are going to support you, who are going to offer you the tools and strategies that are going to help advance you in your cause. And take action on it. Take action towards the goal. Take action towards the healing. Take action towards the different ideas and strategies that your team has come up with for you. You won't know it's a bad idea until you try it. So you got to give it a shot and take action. With that all being said, join us on Wednesday, which is the 14th, May 14th on Wednesday, 11 a.m. via Zoom. Just go to Eventbrite, get your Zoom link there. Rocky Santo will be leading the discussion in our mastermind, our Take Action Mastermind. And he's going to be able to help you with storytelling through video. This is free for all of you. So if you want to join us there, I'm there. I'm there every week. I got a great group there. We have a great, about 6 or 7 of us who are there. I like to keep it small, nice and intimate, and open it up for a Q&A for everybody so you can ask some questions. You can ask me some questions about this too. It's a great place to meet your team. There are really great entrepreneurs in there. There are really great people in there. Actually, Jamie's in there, Rocky's in there, Ron's in there, Adrian's in there. There's some really great people in there, and you can meet your team just by showing up. So just go to Eventbrite. It's on May 14th, which is a Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time via Zoom. This has been Making Moves with Michael. Thanks for watching, everybody. As always, stay happy, stay healthy, and go to joinpedalforpurpose.com to make an impact in this world. See you later. Bye, guys.